The woman ripped their wedding photo off the wall and tossed it in the trash. While her husband was overseas on business, she secretly listed their house for sale. Once everything was arranged, she put on a nice dress and started a video call. She calmly asked for a divorce, leaving her husband completely stunned. A month earlier, he had told her he was being stationed in Europe for 3 years. Her expression instantly froze, but her mother-in-law could barely contain her excitement. His sister even asked him to bring back trendy perfume and designer bags. "What about me? Just stay home and wait for me. I'll send you money every month." No one asked what she wanted, and they had spent most of their 5-year marriage apart. They still hadn't even had a child. She also spent every day taking care of his parents. Her husband never showed any appreciation, and that night she overheard the devastating truth. He already had another woman, and she was just an obstacle that needed to be removed. On the way to the airport, he spent the entire ride talking to someone else. At the airport, he gave her a quick hug and walked away without looking back. Watching him leave, she realized all her years of sacrifice had been a joke. Back in the empty house, she opened her husband's laptop for the first time. An email bearing his name and another woman suddenly popped up. At that moment, she finally gave up on him for good. He wasn't going to Europe for work. He was going there for his new lover. Just then, her mother-in-law called and ordered her to come cook dinner. This time she refused without hesitation. "What did you say? Say that again." She hung up and smashed their wedding portrait on the floor. Then she called a lawyer to ask how their assets would be divided. The lawyer advised her to sell the house registered in her name first. "Keeping the money in your own hands is the safest option." "Understood. I'll leave everything to you, Attorney Jen." She immediately contacted an agent and demanded the fastest possible sale. Less than a week later, a buyer offered $6.8 million in cash. As soon as she hung up, her sister-in-law called and ordered her to come cook. She fired back that she wasn't their maid. "From now on, I'm never stepping into that house again. And don't ever call me again. Today is Let It Go Day, so leave behind 3 flowers. One for pain, one for disaster, and one for your worries." Before long, her mother-in-law and sister-in-law showed up at her door. When her mother-in-law started screaming outside, she called building security, causing a scene like a lunatic in broad daylight. How embarrassing. Her mother-in-law tried lying on the floor, but security dragged her away. "Ms. Zhu, the buyers are scheduled to sign tomorrow at 10 a.m. "That works. See you tomorrow. Zhu Bowen, Zhao Shufang, and Zhou Li, you're all out of my life starting today. Ms. Zhu, I've reviewed the contract, and the buyers are paying in full. They'll pay 90% today, which comes to $612 million. The remaining 10% will be paid when ownership transfers. Everything looks good, and these two are the buyers." Looking at the transfer agreement, she signed her name without hesitation. The buyers were just as straightforward. Before long, the full payment landed in her account. Her next step was to have her lawyer formally begin the divorce process. She knew her new life was only just beginning. When her husband called, she hung up immediately. "You haven't even begun to feel despair yet.